police and ultimately received a lesson she likely won't forget for the rest of her life. At around 6 p.m. on May 29, 2025, an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper was conducting speed enforcement on Interstate 75 in the town of Franklin when the driver of a GMC Envoy, later identified as Jennifer Wilson, was clocked at 82 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. When the trooper attempted to stop the vehicle, Wilson reportedly refused to comply and sped away, initiating a pursuit.
Southbound 30 over 6, 85 right lane, modern traffic.
They're not usually available to spike 6.
That 1756 gets up here and try to block them. They keep getting stuck in traffic and they're not trying to recklessly get out of it, they're just slowing down. Probably 79 or 86 or 19.
19.2, can you identify the driver? Take that radio.
White female driver, black hair, 40s.
Passing 63 feet or 82. Light traffic right now. We're trying to box her in. Stand by. Yeah, she sees that she's totally going around us.
The GMC Envoy was clearly not built for outrunning the police, yet the driver continued to push forward. Troopers made multiple attempts to safely slow the vehicle and end the pursuit, but Jennifer Wilson kept weaving through traffic, refusing to stop, determined not to get caught. What she didn't realize was that she had just passed up every chance to save herself from what was coming next, decisions she would soon come to regret.
1922, I'll get in front again. You can push her over towards the shoulder.
Light traffic.
Do you ever get a good visual of the driver?
I believe so. She made eye contact with us. I think it's 79. 26 over 8.
They'll be down the county line. Traffic.
Off the right side of the road. Right in 31. Right, 31. Start EMS.
Dark one, single line. Perfectly trim off the red.
The driver swerved onto the shoulder in a failed attempt to escape, then tried to re-enter the highway at high speed. The SUV went airborne, flipped multiple times, and landed upside down. Troopers, along with a passing nurse, immediately provided first aid while waiting for emergency responders to arrive. The driver appeared to have sustained significant injuries.
Yeah.
Hey, fire hydrant, or
No seatbelt.
I smell something. Hey! She's alive. Come out! Get out here! Climb
Grab
out!
gloves.
Hey, get the mechanic's glove.
What?
Get mechanic's glove.
Yeah.
You stay with her. Watch her.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Paulson's calling, I can 22 call also.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. The EMS coming.
The driver was transported to the hospital for treatment and later recovered. She now faces multiple charges, including driving under the influence, failure to comply, and loss of control of a vehicle. Investigators also linked her to a hit-and-run incident that occurred earlier that same day in Montgomery County.
You got alcohol right there in your left front. You got alcohol. What's your name?
She's bleeding from the head.
I'll get caught.
I can't tell if it's minor laceration or more.
That's from the crash. Pull over.
Can you hear me? Did you cut your head? Okay, were you wearing your seatbelt? Should be just a cut. She advised she was wearing a seatbelt. She said she's trying to run from people chasing her. People have a GPS on her, I guess.
Did I see you, nurse?
We're not moving her quite yet. She was wearing a seatbelt outside.
She was.
That's what she said.
She's
Good.
Stay still, sweetheart. Can you tell me your name?
I think she sideswiped it earlier.
On Friday, August 4th, 2023, around 1 p.m., a man called police after seeing someone on a bicycle looking into his parked truck on Tram Road in Beaumont. Moments later, the suspect got into the truck, which had a trailer attached, and drove off. The owner followed in another vehicle as the suspect headed east on Interstate 10. Officers from Viter Police, Rose City Police, and the Orange County Sheriff's Department joined the pursuit, with speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour. Although officers had opportunities to perform a pit maneuver, heavy traffic and unsafe speeds made it too risky. Instead, they continued following the vehicle while additional units worked to deploy spike strips to disable the suspect's tires. The suspect drove recklessly, weaving through multiple lanes and nearly causing crashes with other drivers. As he accelerated, liquid from the trailer began spraying onto oncoming vehicles. In a construction zone with no workers present, officers deployed spike strips to stop the suspect. The driver swerved to avoid them, but the sharp turn caused the vehicle to sway out of control and slow down. Moments later, as the suspect attempted another sharp turn, the trailer swung out, causing the vehicle to lose control and crash into a concrete barrier before coming to a stop on the grassy median. Officers drew their weapons, and a nearby K9 unit ordered the driver to surrender.
Redefine, 1050, correct?
The driver was identified as 31-year-old Robert Tunnell. Officers pulled him from the truck and placed him on the hood of a patrol car as they handcuffed him. Tunnell was taken to a local hospital for evaluation, then booked into the Orange County Jail. He faces charges of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle in Jefferson County and felony evading arrest with a prior conviction in Orange County. His bond is being held due to additional charges. On June 4, 2025, Sergeant Todd Williams of the Arkansas State Police was patrolling in the Ico area of Grant County when he spotted a Mazda 3 speeding with its hazard lights activated. Sergeant Williams followed the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver ignored the signals and accelerated. Williams initiated a pursuit and quickly notified dispatch. The pursuit continued at speeds around 90 miles per hour, with the driver occasionally accelerating to 110 to 120 miles per hour. The suspect repeatedly drove into oncoming lanes and weaved through traffic in an attempt to escape. Trooper Williams made several efforts to close in and slow the vehicle, but each time the driver swerved and accelerated to evade capture. Recognizing that the vehicle posed a danger to the public and with traffic conditions remaining light, Trooper Williams made the decision to attempt a high-speed pit maneuver. After the unsuccessful pit maneuver, the driver slammed on the brakes and fled in the opposite direction. By this time, supporting units had arrived and began deploying spike strips to disable the suspect's vehicle. The spike strips were effective, puncturing at least 2 of the suspect's tires. However, the driver continued to flee. Patrol units remained in pursuit and prepared to perform another pit maneuver if necessary. After several pit maneuvers, the suspect's vehicle was finally stopped. The driver, 31-year-old Carlos Smith of Lamar, fled on foot but was quickly arrested without further incident. 3 patrol units from Sheridan Police and 2 from the Grant County Sheriff's Office were damaged during the pursuit, along with a nearby City of Sheridan vehicle. Smith faces multiple charges from the Arkansas State Police and has several outstanding warrants in multiple states, including Arkansas. On July 8, 2025, around 10:19 p.m., the Florida Highway Patrol was notified of a Collier County deputy in a high-speed pursuit eastbound on Corkscrew Road. Trooper David Blake, working an off-duty traffic detail nearby, saw a gray GMC Yukon speeding past at about 100 miles per hour, followed by the deputy's marked unit with lights and sirens activated. Noting the deputy was outside his jurisdiction and without local support, Trooper Blake entered the roadway, activated his emergency lights, and took over the pursuit. Trooper Blake notified dispatch, providing a description of the suspect vehicle, license plate information, speed, traffic flow, and weather conditions. The suspect continued fleeing eastbound on Corkscrew Road at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and passing in no passing zones. The posted speed limit was 45 miles per hour. The suspect's driving was reckless and deliberate, showing a clear disregard for public safety and posing an immediate danger to others. Trooper Blake accelerated and moved ahead of the suspect vehicle in an attempt to slow it down, but the driver tried to pass, forcing Trooper Blake to initiate a pit maneuver. The impact caused the vehicle to spin and crash into a southern roadside ditch, coming to rest off the highway. All occupants were taken into custody shortly after. The driver, Jorge Rea, had a long history of license suspensions and revocations, with prior convictions for fleeing police, DUI, refusing lawful testing, drug violations, and criminal noncompliance. He was classified as a habitual traffic offender with 5 convictions for driving on a suspended license and 1 for fleeing to elude. Passenger Mariah Gray was found to have an active felony warrant out of Lee County, confirmed by authorities.
If I don't be in there, Cole, yeah, have a seat.
At about 11:45 a.m. on July 4, 2025, Sergeant Bob Love attempted to stop a purple Dodge Charger on Interstate 530 near the 30-mile marker. The car had approached his patrol unit from behind at roughly 90 miles per hour. Moments earlier, the same vehicle had fled from Sergeant Harris, who tried to stop it for traffic violations on U.S. Highway 65B near I-530. When the driver, later identified as Stevenson, saw Sergeant Love, he accelerated again, blew past the patrol car in the left lane, and began to flee. Sergeant Love activated his emergency lights and siren, initiating a pursuit.
Stay on the interstate. Sydney Brando, you need to be with Sydney Brando. He stayed 30 west. 30 west. He's in the house in Bass Pro right now. Which road?
After Trooper Love lost sight of the vehicle, Troop E dispatch reported that the suspect had re-entered I-530 northbound near the 7-mile marker, where Troop A units picked up the pursuit. In this new chase, the driver became even more reckless, reaching speeds of up to 167 miles per hour. Even with their patrol cars pushed to maximum speed, officers were unable to close the distance. It was clear the suspect was posing an immediate and severe danger to the public.
We ain't coming to the county line now. I just watched overpass the Bonnie Ridge. I'm on the service road now, coming up behind him, coming up Pulaski Tech. 48's on the service road, county line.
46 primary.
And 25, they're like, I'll be you primary.
He's got a gap on it. He's cutting in and out. Other people are primary. I'm not sure if it's primary or secondary, but I'm third. I'm westbound to Service Road, speed over 100.
He's back on the interstate.
Back on the interstate?
Whoever's primary, keep them updated. Left lane going to the 124 westbound.
10-4.
88's primary.
10-4, 88.
If there's anybody west of us that can get some spikes, that may be the only way. He's bobbing, weaving in and out of traffic, passing the 123.
That's 123.
Boy, Lieutenant David Boyd. Adam 88, they're off.
88, 10-9.
To 25.
Way over 25.
30. I'm moving out of your way. I'm getting flat.
Everybody copy.
25, we're past the 121 now.
10-4, 121.
Still 30 westbound on 30.
Adam 4 will arrive about your K, so we're coming towards you.
10-4.
In the minutes that followed, the suspect drove with extreme recklessness, cutting through traffic at perilously high speeds and nearly causing multiple crashes. Troopers still had no safe opening to stop the vehicle. But in Arkansas, law enforcement doesn't back down. Traffic was beginning to build, yet the suspect showed no intention of slowing. Patrol units pushed their cruisers to 150 miles per hour, but could still only watch the fleeing vehicle from a distance. At those speeds, even if troopers managed to close the gap, attempting a pit maneuver would have been far too dangerous.
Westbound on the 7th Road. Speeds of 150.
25, you're still on the interstate?
10-4. I'm getting on the 3rd road now. On the 3rd road, 30 westbound.
We are passing into PDASP with Benton.
10-4.
Finally, as the pursuit entered Saline County, the suspect attempted to escape by cutting across the grassy median. The maneuver failed. He lost control and crashed. Troopers moved in immediately and took the driver into custody. Remarkably, despite the Dodge Charger being nearly destroyed, no one inside suffered life-threatening injuries. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested without further incident. The driver now faces multiple charges, including speeding 167 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone, criminal mischief, second-degree battery, first-degree fleeing in a vehicle, causing serious physical injury, fleeing in a vehicle, exceeding the posted speed limit, reckless driving, first offense with serious physical injury.
Call one for your car yet? Not yet.
On March 2nd, 2025, the Wisconsin State Patrol spotted a Lexus tearing down the highway at 140 miles per hour, weaving recklessly across the median. The sight triggered an immediate response from Wisconsin and Iowa County authorities, setting off a high-stakes pursuit that unfolded through the night.
AXX 5517. It's looks like a Lexus, northbound from the 52. Reason for the speed is over 100. We got one Iowa deputy with me. Light traffic.
All units emergency radio traffic on engine 1. All units emergency radio traffic on engine 1.
As officers closed in, the Lexus briefly slowed as if preparing to surrender, then suddenly shot forward again, whipping dangerously through traffic. The chase reached its peak near exit 65, where the car clipped the left curb, lost control, and spun out. In an instant, it vaulted off the roadway, launching into the air in a violent, terrifying somersault.
Speed 120. Right lane. Approaching exit 65.
120, right lane, approaching exit.
Vehicle lost control, 1050 into the right ditch. Multiple rolls.
1050, right ditch, multiple roads.
See him at all yet?
I don't see anything.
Okay.
I can't find my flashlight.
You okay?
County units, like the mile marker 66, do any of you have a drone with you?
Yeah, 2-3, I do.
Copy that.
Down the hill. Upside down.
When the police arrived at the overturned vehicle, it was completely silent inside. A drone was deployed and determined that the driver had been thrown out, dead 20 yards from the scene. A chaotic night ended with a heavy price. Disregard for the law and life always leads to tragic results.
Passing Walnut, speed 63, light traffic.
On the evening of April 25th, 2025, dispatch issued an alert regarding a white pickup truck attempting to flee from law enforcement. Trooper Davis quickly responded and joined the pursuit. The driver evaded capture by speeding through narrow residential streets at approximately 60 to 70 miles per hour. Nearly 10 police vehicles became involved in the chase. At that point, Trooper Davis was serving in a support capacity.
Cross Main. Speed 50, no traffic.
Is that yourself behind us?
westbound, 58, call it on 30 miles an hour. North on Sycamore, 44 miles an hour, no traffic. Across the 16, 57 miles an hour, no traffic. West on 17, still no traffic. Hey, it's speed north, just turn north on Allen. There is a train on the track blocking. West on 18. Charles. 35 miles an hour, no traffic. Coming up the pike, you just turn north.
Although the driver was not traveling at excessively high speeds, the narrow roads and numerous parked vehicles along the streets made it difficult for officers to close in and bring the vehicle to a stop. The driver was also reported to have dangerously run through multiple stop signs without slowing down.
Across the park around the stop sign, 46 miles an hour, no traffic. South on Franklin, still no traffic. Up from Short 7, no traffic. Hey, stay behind us now. Come south on Franklin, Franklin 5. He's continuing flowing. Stop sign. State Pike and MacArthur, I got here with Pike as well. West on 15th, approaching Augusta. These are 65, no traffic. West on Stretcher. Hey, you can tell it's State 5, he's right behind us. Okay, 34 to the log. I'm not behind over there, I'm going to get caught up. We're eastbound on 13th, just past Park, 49 miles an hour, no traffic. Hey, State's coming up to you, let him by. Third, let him by. Stay past me. Stay found number 2.
58 Little Rock, I'm primary. It's going to be a white 1-ton dually, single cab.
After approximately 4 minutes into the pursuit, Trooper Davis took the lead position. The suspect continued driving at speeds of 60 to 70 miles per hour in an area with a posted speed limit of 25 miles per hour. A chain hanging from the suspect's vehicle could be seen dragging along the pavement, producing visible sparks. Officers had not yet found a safe opportunity to perform a tactical vehicle intervention.
West 10th Street.
32 to 58. I'm here, Pike at 12.
Coming back east on 13th Street.
He's over.
North on Frank Street.
North on Frank.
On Frank, come up to 50.
56, stay up there ahead of him. See if you can get the spikes out.
A few minutes later, as Trooper Davis was attempting to get close enough to perform a tactical vehicle intervention, an object fell from the bed of the suspect's truck. Trooper Davis ran over it, causing a tire to deflate and forcing him to disengage from the pursuit. At that point, Trooper Riles became the primary unit in the chase.
East on 17th, coming back up the pike.
58 Little Rock, I've got a flat. I'm at 1022 here at the Circle K on Pike.
834 Little Rock, I'm getting back on 1022 here at the Circle K on Pike. 834 Little Rock, I'm getting back on okay.
32 Little Rock out primary. Nolan. He just ran my unit.
Shortly after Trooper Riles took over as the lead unit in the pursuit, he executed a tactical vehicle intervention maneuver that caused the suspect's vehicle to veer onto the sidewalk and crash into a utility pole before coming to a complete stop. Officers quickly moved in and took the driver into custody. Based on initial observations, the driver appeared to have been drinking prior to getting behind the wheel.
Let go of the steering wheel! Adam 32 Little Rock, 1015 with 2, 6 before the net.
In the next incident, a driver tried to outrun police at nearly 150 miles per hour, but soon realized escape was impossible. At about 8:18 p.m. on September 6, 2025, Trooper Al Kyer was monitoring traffic when a motorcycle sped past at nearly 100 miles per hour. He immediately pulled out to pursue and attempt to stop. When Trooper Al Kyer caught up with the motorcycle using lights and siren, it was traveling about 95 miles per hour. The rider looked back at the patrol car and briefly appeared to slow down, but then suddenly accelerated to around 120 miles per hour and fled.
secondary alcohol. Still northbound 72 in the right-hand lane. Traffic moderate. Speed 140. Still northbound coming up to 73. Continuing northbound at 73 now. We're in the left lane. Traffic still moderate. Speed 140.
10-4.
We're in the middle lane now. Still northbound, coming up to 76. Speed same.
In the following minutes, the motorcycle continued at high speed, even through moderate traffic, at one point reaching 147 miles per hour. With such a maneuverable vehicle, bringing it to a safe stop proved extremely difficult.
Still between traffic. Traffic's a little bit heavier now. We're still northbound passing 76. Speeds are still the same.
10-4.
Still northbound, coming up to 77. We're going to pass. Speed the same. Traffic light.
10-4.
We're on primary.
Don't fall to work.
Still northbound, coming up to 78. Traffic moderate. Speed same. Back to 78, still northbound. Speed same.
10-4.
Going to be a 5394 Cordell. We're calling to there was someone in his office. He did not know. Right.
32 just passed you. We're in the left-hand lane now. Speed same. Traffic moderate.
10-4.
Around the headroom.
10-4.
Still northbound, we just passed the 81. Moving out of traffic, speed same, traffic moderate.
10-4.
Still northbound, going up to the 82 now.
After nearly 10 minutes, officers managed to box in the motorcycle, forcing the rider to slow down. He then braked hard, nearly causing Trooper Belt to rear-end him, before finally being taken into custody without further incident. Instead of a simple ticket, he chose a trip to jail. In the next incident, a group involved in illegal street racing fled from police while live streaming the pursuit. But their reckless actions would soon come at a high price. On June 6, 2021, around 1:30 a.m., Trooper Miller and Corporal Zaw were stationary on Interstate 75 northbound at Moores Mill Road when they detected multiple vehicles traveling over 100 miles per hour. Trooper Miller spotted a white Dodge Charger with 2 rear passengers sitting on the window sills, filming with cell phones, appearing to promote illegal street racing. The group exited onto Northside Parkway and stopped at a red light. Trooper Miller positioned 1 car behind the Charger and again saw the passengers hanging out of the windows filming. When the light turned green, the Charger turned left, accelerated, and ran a red light as Trooper Miller attempted a traffic stop using lights and sirens.
1050, just hit main contact. We're back southbound, coming up on West Paces. It's a white Challenger. They're hanging out of the car filming.
The Charger made a sharp turn onto the on-ramp, nearly hitting parked cars. As the pursuit continued on I-75 northbound, a rear passenger filmed the chase with a cell phone, the screen clearly visible to Trooper Miller. The Charger continued northbound at high speed, weaving dangerously through traffic. Near Montperon Road, the driver turned off the headlights, driving in complete blackout while making unsafe lane changes, tailgating, and cutting through gore areas. In the following minutes, Trooper Miller appeared to push his patrol car to its maximum speed, but still could not close the distance on the suspect. The pursuit was estimated to reach speeds between 130 to 140 miles per hour. Realizing the Charger showed no signs of slowing down and was posing a serious threat to public safety, Trooper Miller made the decision to perform a high-speed pit maneuver to end the pursuit. The crash sent the vehicle off the right shoulder into a wooded area where it struck a tree and came to a stop. Trooper Miller approached the scene. Cobb County officers detained a young black female near the tree line. One young black male was found near the passenger door with a leg injury, and another was partially inside the front passenger area.
I don't know how to get in there. Stand here for me. Do you have a driver's license? Yeah. All right. Look, I don't want you. Are you able to put your hands on this side and pull your shirt up?
I can.
Here. I don't want you popping out here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Was there anybody else inside the vehicle?
There was one more person.
There was one more person. What'd they look like? And the reason I'm asking, okay, we need to know in case there's somebody that needs medical attention that's laying out here dying in these woods. Tell me right now, who were they, what they look like, so we can try to find them and help them if they need it.
Okay, he's dark-skinned, tall, with braids that's going back, and yeah. He was wearing jeans, blue jeans, with a white shirt.
Blue jeans and a white shirt? Hey, can you go right over there and look down Busby over here for a man?
The injured males were identified as Khalil Stewart and Statron Colbert from Norcross. The woman, Ilonica Duomo of Atlanta, owned the Charger. At first, all denied anyone else was involved, but officers found fresh footprints and blue Crocs nearby. Duomo later admitted her boyfriend, Bobby Harrell, was the driver. Phone data confirmed Harrell was at the crash scene and later fled toward Barrett Parkway before returning to Duluth.
One was wearing a hoodie. Both were wearing hoodies. One just had knee surgery.
How many people were in the car?
Now she's saying there's somebody else. Hey, y'all mind checking Busby for me?
No, we're going right now.
Hey,
2 units are going to go check that, and then I'm going to cut through the woods.
black male, blue jeans, white shirt, braids pulled back. Are you hurt?
Yeah, I feel a little dizzy.
All right. Well, come with me.
Could you please check my car for my phone? So the car.
On July 13, 2025, a Kentucky State Police officer conducted a traffic stop on Terminal Road near Bluegrass Airport. As the officer approached the vehicle to investigate, the suspect unexpectedly escalated the situation, catching the officer off guard.
Where you at, man? What is it? Do you have a social? What is it?
Shots fired.
Stand by 120.
Right at the airport.
What is it?
Shots fired.
A suspect in the vehicle suddenly pulled out a gun and shot the officer in the leg. After the shooting, the suspect fled the scene, leaving the driver of the SUV behind. After seeing the injured officer, 3 kind people ran to his side, used their belts as a makeshift tourniquet, and attempted to provide first aid to the officer.
Yeah, 304. Help, please. What do you want to do? Bleeding on the leg. Yes, please. Oh my God, you okay? Yeah, oh my God. Here.
4, you're not coming out.
Bleeding on the leg. Here. Grab the leg. Here. Yeah, what do I do? What do I do? You know what? Just tell me what to do. Yeah. Turn it tight. Yes. Bleeding on the leg. Oh my God. What is this guy doing? If I'd have been 15 seconds earlier, he would knock me right off my right.
Did he shoot you?
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know. It's not good. I don't have it on here. I've got it on as far as I can twist it, but he needs another tourniquet. Do you have a belt? You're right. Yeah. You get as high as you can.
Medics arrived shortly afterward, and the officer was transported to the hospital in stable condition. The suspect, identified as 47-year-old Guy House, was killed in a shootout with police a few hours later, bringing an end to the actions of an individual who showed blatant disregard for the law.